up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, honey, to talk about what's going on the blogs.
I sponsor the blog.
Let me tell you something.
The blogs. Okay, let's talk about what's going on the blogs. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. Okay, first story here. Neighbors, we are reporting on a story about a billionaire heiress who was kidnapped while jogging near the University of Memphis early Friday morning. A body was found not far from where she was kidnapped, yet it has yet to be identified. The Memphis police said that a deceased party was discovered around 5 p.m. The cause of death hasn't been revealed. Elijah Fletcher disappeared Friday after being violently abducted during an early morning jog around 4 a.m. Cleotha Abston was arrested and hit with several charges Sunday for aggravated kidnapping. Police obtained surveillance footage of the kidnapping, which showed him running aggressively toward the victim and then forcing the victim into the passenger side of the vehicle. According to the police affidavit, there appeared to be a struggle. After he ended up getting caught after someone found sandals at the scene of the crime with DNA linking him to the alleged kidnapping. He is being held on a $500,000 bond and has prior run-ins with the law, including a previous conviction for kidnapping an attorney when he was 16 years old. He ended up serving a 20-year prison sentence for that case and was released in 2020. So this man went to jail for 20 years for kidnapping someone, gets out, and then 2 years later kidnaps and possibly kidnaps and kills someone else. A 38-year-old black man charged for allegedly kidnapping a white woman billionaire heiress while she jogged in Memphis. Woman still not found. Police are now searching dumpsters. 4 a.m. That's not the time of hour to be out. 4 a.m. is just weird for me. It has always been a weird time of morning to be out. It's just the 4 o'clock hour is just something about it. I don't know what to say. And it's like, for prison abolitionists, what do you say? This man served his prison sentence 20 years and gets out. He stayed in jail for 20 years only to get out, not rehabilitated, to do the same thing. What, as a prison abolitionist, what do you do? That's the one thing that I every time I ask, somebody tells me to go read a fucking book, I feel like I'm in church. Tell me what to do with a person what do you do with that person? What do you do with this person? He was in jail for 20 years and comes out and does the same thing. I don't get it. Oop, friends close to Notorious Big's daughters, Tiana Wallace, call her stupid for posting her boyfriend's $1 million bail in a hit and run case. What the fuck is she thinking? Stupid. Just stupid. Neighbors, get into this. Tiana Wallace's friends aren't here for her posting a $1 million bond to free her boyfriend who injured 3 people in a hit and run accident. The late rapper Notorious Big would be very disappointed in her. As we previously reported, Tiana posted a $1 million bail for her boyfriend after he was charged with assault, reckless endangerment, unlawful fleeing of police officers, and other crimes. See, this is when, to me, this is when a psychologist comes in and sits her down and asks her, why did you do this? Because women doing this for men all of the time, there's something I don't understand. the people pleaser, wanting to help, being told that you're a nurturing mother type figure, I think that does a disservice to girls growing up into women. Because you always think you're supposed to be saving somebody and helping somebody. And the truth of the matter is, men don't do this for women as much as women turn around and turn their lives and flip their fucking lives inside out and upside down to help some fucking man, and then not help him, not just help him like in the Garcelle Bouvet story, but to help him after he's done some reckless shit. What's the matter? What's going on with the matter? Why would you do this? I want to ask her. I want somebody to ask Tiana. After you saw what he did, why would you give money for him to get out? Why? I want to know why. And I don't want you tell me every reason besides your love for him, because love is fleeting. Because if that nigga punched your face inside out, you ain't gonna love him no more. So tell me why, and I don't want to hear shit about love. Why the fuck did you do this? Because I think girls, girls to women have weird attachment styles, codependent, people pleasing. All of that shit does us such a disservice. I've been there. Now, I'm not bailing nobody out of jail. You can hang it up. I'm not giving you any amount of money. None. That's one thing I can't get jiggy with. I'll help you, but I'm not giving you no money to where like I'm giving you like money and you're going to have to give me back some money. Like I'm going to let you borrow some money. No. What you need, a bill paid? You need some, okay, if you need your cell phone paid, but I'm not going to give you no money. Nah, I'm not doing that. Not to no fucking man. This is a goddamn patriarchy. The fucking game, as we sit down and play this game, right? The pillars of patriarchy. You sit down with a person with a penis who's been socialized as a man in this society, and you sit down as a person with a vagina who's been socialized as a woman in this society. And you sit down and you play this game. You know how many advantages he has over you? While you sit here and you about to play the same game, the pillars of patriarchy, and you start playing your game and you learn how to become self-sufficient. This man he's miles ahead of you in the game. He's gotten 4 levels and an advanced 4 levels. And you get up to the 4th level where he is and he hasn't done shit. He has been given an advance of 4 levels. And by the time you get up to the 4th level, he's still sitting there waiting for you to see the potential in him. And he has all these advantages. And then he runs over somebody. And you use your fucking money that was left to you from your fucking dad. And you use that and put your house up for this man who had a 4-level advancement over you. This is a man in a patriarchy. If one thing I'm going to say to women, stop. This is a patriarchy. This is a system, and the system was designed to benefit men before women, because men are above women. Women are here to serve men. So I guess that's the reason why y'all bailing niggas out and seeing the potential, because you are doing what the game is designed for you to do. But if I don't tell you nothing else, don't help men in a patriarchy. Don't. What the fuck was she thinking? She's stupid. I want to know what she was thinking too. I do. Okay, it says flirt alert. Tyrese and Zelly Timothy are back together. Tyrese, when we first got together, we promised each other that we would let nothing get in the way of our love. Not exes or social media, yet we've been getting in the way of our love. I will not get into anything about what you've done and said. I can only speak for myself. The things I've done have made you sad. You chose to break that promise. Whether I'm right or wrong, I'm sorry. All I ever wanted for us to be happy. Going through your divorce, your mother's passing, your sister, and now your father with you has been hell, and being your way of escape has been beautiful. You're making a way for him to dump all his emotional shit on you, where he should be going to see a therapist. But okay. Times where I've done things and said things you didn't like. With you being my first serious relationship, I thought it would be easy to move on. Yet with you not being with me, I have realized that the absence of a person is even worse than that. After all this, you've made me know that what? After all this, you've made me know that hell is just earth without you. I love you and everything. I just love yourself more. Just love yourself more, girl. Stop trying to convince me that your daughter is not a snake. I want to be released from this strong devilish allure of sexual seduction of a masterful manipulator who knows how I convince everyone that she's not mean there to kill you. God, release me from the poison. Release me from your stronghold. That sounds psychotic as fuck. But that's what happens when the nigga is old as fuck. I think Tyrese is what, 42? How old is Tyrese? And this girl's like, her brain hasn't finished developing yet. 43. And how old is this woman? Zell. What's her name? Zell Timothy. 25. Her brain, she just been able to drink for 4 years. And this man's been able to drink for 20 something years. This man's brain is 20 years plus maturity, right? Even though he acts like a fucking child, he's an energy vampire. But the energy that they want to siphon are from young women. And they want to take and they want to siphon all of their their youth, all of their youthful energy. They want to siphon that and siphon until they change her perception of men, only for her to turn around and her community call her bitter after she's been sucked of all her youthfulness. Her brain just finishes developing, and these men, like that man online the other day, saying that he loves young women between 21 and 25 because they're malleable. Their brains can easily be manipulated. They are obedient. They're not tainted by the unfortunate encounters of other men. Her view of men hasn't been tainted and permanently altered yet. So I love these young women that I can mold and tell them anything because they haven't met a nigga like me yet. So when I'm done with her and I take her and I twist her and I twist her brain and I take her body and I misuse it and misuse her, then when I'm done with her, I'll let the community call her bitter, and then I'll go off to the next young woman. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do. So of course she wants to get back with him. Her brain is not finishing developing. Gina Torres speaks on feeling trapped in a box as a Latino woman in African American roles. You're not trapped in a role that you accepted, ma'am. You're not trapped in a role that you accepted, ma'am. Nobody pushed you and forced you to play African American women. What you could have done is say, hey, I know an African American woman that can play this role instead of my Latina ass. But no, you took the role and now you feel trapped. Absolutely not. You don't get to feel trapped in a role you took. I feel like I'm living in 3 worlds. There was a world I grew up, also Spanish speaking, home, Cuban parents, and then you go out into the world and I'm speaking English and I'm in the Bronx, and then you go to the industry as an actress and nobody recognizes you as either one. There was no place for me as a Latina and then as a black woman. I didn't identify as a black woman because for me it was cultural because of course I present black. I am a black woman. I'm also Cuban. When you're in the United States, they ask you to be in a box you don't fit into culturally. It was different. It was not one that I identified, but to work, to survive, it was something that I had to learn. While she was still hoping for more diversity in Hollywood, Gina Torres went on to credit the Jedi mind trick, which is a seemingly magical mental feat, with helping her to push through black portrayals without feeling sad or defeated. To then learn to be whatever black was, and then feel like I was alienating that other part of myself, that Latina self. It was just kind of a Jedi mind trick to keep myself from being sad all the time about not being able to fully experience and express my entirety of myself. I get it. I'm sure there's a lot of black African American women, black women, black American, whatever you want to call yourself this decade. There are a group of women who identify as black American or African American that would have loved to take that role. And the roles are being given to non-black or Afro-Latina women. So while you took the role to survive, and wasn't she married to Lawrence Fishburne for a second? Are they still married? Hold on. I thought she was married to, yeah, they got divorced in 2018. She was married to Lawrence Fishburne. And you know, as soon as you marry, you start dating a black man, they think you black. They'll accept you as black. A lot of black people will accept you as black, especially black men. That's why you see Kim Kardashian is actively trying to change her social image. She's on the cover of Rolling Stone with blonde hair and blonde eyebrows, okay? She is actively trying to change her role. So Gina Torres, while I understand you had to take the roles to survive, you had to eat, but you felt trapped. I'm sure there are a lot of black women who would have loved to take those roles, who have loved to have been even considered for the roles that you were considered to play as a black woman. Girl, I don't know what else to tell you. Bed Bath & Beyond CFO jumps to his death from NYC's Jenga Tower. After announcing they will be laying off 20% of its employees and closing 150 stores. He was hired in 2020. So you only been on the job 2 years and and you jumping? What else were you doing? It has to be something else. Because 2 years of being a CEO or CFO and vice president just for 2 years, and he was hired in 2020 just as an executive for other companies such as Avon, Walgreens, and Procter & Gamble. Arnold was also facing a pump and dump lawsuit after he was accused of inflating the company's shares in the market. Wait. Bed Bath & Beyond. Hold on a second. Okay, just making sure I'm looking at my portfolio. I say, hold on a second, baby. Let me look. Let me check something real quick. Okay, Bed Bath & Beyond. So, okay. Yeah, so the company's public statements and financial report is to be successful turning around company. So he jumped, honey. I wonder what else was going on with him. But he jumped. Let's see. Okay, I already had those stories. Let's go to the Jasmine brand. Adele secretly married her boyfriend, Rich Paul. I don't know. To me, I don't feel like they're suitable for partnership at any education level, at any socioeconomic level. I just don't, because it's the personality that's lacking. I give Adele, I'm sorry, I give them 3 years. She's going to have a baby and then he's going to bounce. That's how it goes, but you know what it is. All right, let's see. Yeah, Kim Kardashian. Oh, she's on the cover of Interview. What did I say? Rolling Stone. She's on the cover of Interview. She has blonde hair, blonde eyebrows. She's standing in front of an American flag. She has on an American flag bikini. Her sister's denim label is called The Good American. Isn't it called The Good American? Don't you love the Kardashians? Girl, fucking break. Let's see. LeBron James and Drake hit with a $10 million lawsuit over the rights to Black Ice hockey documentary. LeBron James and Drake are accused of stealing the rights to a movie about a segregated hockey league for black players in Canada. According to the reports, NBA star LeBron James and Canadian rapper Drake are accused in a new $10 million lawsuit of stealing intellectual property rights to the film Black Ice. Billy Hunter, former head of the NBA Players Association, is seeking a share of profits from the documentary as well as $10 million in damages. In a complaint filed in Manhattan State Supreme Court, Billy Hunter alleges he holds the exclusive legal rights to produce any film about the colored hockey league that existed from 1895 to the 1930s. According to the lawsuit filed by Larry Hutcher, it read, while the defendants LeBron James, Drake, and Maverick Carter are intentionally known and renowned in their respective fields of basketball and music, it does not afford them the right to steal another's intellectual property. I know that's right. And that's what happens. The money, the access, and the ability to just take things from people and to take it as your own. And it's really sad when black people do that to other people when it's been done to them for centuries. But India Moore, shout out to India Moore. She says that's the coding, the genetic coding to just keep taking advantage of people because you were enslaved and people held you captive and people did you wrong, contracts wrong, being land being taken from you. It's like an imprint in people, and they do it in their individual interactions with people. They just keep doing it and replaying that kind of energy over and over again, taking from people, stealing from people, giving people poor contracts, just keep redoing the same shit over and over again. It's wild. I hope the people get what they deserve, honey. Larsa, Pippen, and Michael Jordan's son sparked dating rumors after being spotted together in Miami. She's grown. How old is he? She's 48 and he's 31. What are y'all talking about? They can't be, if they're in any kind of relationship, what are they talking about, girl? He is what, 31? That's not even millennial. That's a Gen Z? Is that Gen Z? What are you talking about? What do y'all have to talk about? That's the thing that just, it probably feels good for the woman. Yeah, I'm 48, I'm almost 50 years old, and this 31-year-old nigga likes me. And yeah, I'm sure it feels great. You're still attractive. But what the fuck are y'all talking about? Nothing. It'd be the same way if it was a 48-year-old man and a 31-year-old woman. You ain't got shit to talk about. Nothing. Nothing. You don't have nothing in common. There's no way you could share mutual interest. You were, girl, no. You were how old when the motherfucker was born? After you were a teenager on out? No, girl. Larsa's whack. Pheadra inner circle furious over ex-husband Apollo Nida's claim that the reality star left him to basically rot. She's done a lot for him and she's an incredible mother. There's no coincidence that the wife was in the funeral business and the husband was stealing identities of old people. Come on. And stay married as long as he's under investigation so you don't have to testify against him. And while he can go down for it the way that Tyrone went down for it, Apollo can go down for it, and she has the kid, she's able to live, he can go down for it. I'm sorry. First of all, That's your man, honey. You was fucking him on an air mattress with an ankle monitor on. That is your man. You knew who the fuck he was. You knew you was a lawyer fucking with a felon. You knew who he was. So I believe that Pheadra is a personality type. When I'm through, I'm through. You don't get shit from me. I'm not visiting you. I'm not bringing my kids up to no fucking jail. I'm not doing. Pheadra strikes me as a person that when she's through, she's through. So I believe whether he was left to rot or whatever, I believe it. And on the flip side of that, what the fuck does she owe Apollo anyway? I don't owe you shit. You don't like your end of the deal, nigga? Tighten up the next time you go in with a woman on some shit. Lyrone, same thing. Next time you want somebody to hold something for you, and by the time you get out, their fucking house is furnished. The same way. Black Lives, okay, I'm done. I was going to say Black Lives Matter Foundation executive Shalomaya is sued for $10 million in donations. He's denied the claims, of course. Eminem's Super Bowl halftime show performance, Emmy wins, leaves him one award away from joining the exclusive list of EGOT winners. Eminem has won 15 of the 44 Grammy Awards he's been nominated for. He has to get a Tony Award. I don't think that will happen. That would be like weird, him getting a Tony Award for what? For what exactly? Anyways, y'all, I'm about to go. I gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.